The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 3 weeks, July 14th to August 1st, suggest that Taylor Hayes and Nick Marone lose the game of love, while Ridge Forrester saves Brooke Logan from disaster. Let's take a look at all of the sizzling action on BNB as the summer rolls on. The week of July 14th to 18th. Grace Buckingham operates on Liam Spencer again from July 14th to 18th. Bill Spencer jumps into action and takes matters into his own hands, transporting Liam from the hospital while still unconscious. Bill may want Liam to see a specialist or receive experimental treatment. If Liam hadn't been so persistent about not informing anyone he was dying, Bill might have been able to save him sooner. The week of July 21st to 25th. If Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan learn what Bill has done between July 21st and 25th, he may face the consequences. Luna Nozawa was granted a reprieve by her grandma, Lee Finnegan. Congratulations to fans who guessed Lee will do the same stunt with Luna as she did with Finn. Luna is reported to be dead, yet no one is mourning her. For some reason, Lee developed a conscience while operating on the killer, and it appears that Lee hid Luna somewhere where she might recuperate peacefully. What a complex web we create. Will Lee's compassionate gesture be the turning moment for Luna? She has a lot to answer for, and we smell a redemption narrative on the way. The week of July 28th to August 1st. During the week of July 28th to August 1st, viewers can watch on-location shots from Naples and Capri. In Italy, Nick Marone tries to capture Brooke's heart, but he must deal with a jealous Ridge Forrester. Spoiler alert. Brooke suffers a severe accident that affects everything. Almost losing Brooke awakens Ridge's eyes to his actual emotions. Ridge and Eric Forrester are also in Italy, and Ridge successfully saves Logan. Ridge discovers that Brooke, not Taylor, is his true love. Who else hopes Tay-Tay saved the receipt for her engagement ring? However, not all is lost, as Taylor and Nick are now single and ready to mingle. Explosive show spoilers suggest that the next 3 weeks will be filled with emotional turmoil, as well as huge romantic upheavals. Grace Buckingham performs Liam Spencer's surgery, while deceiving Bill Spencer on the CBS soap. Sure, another medical professional assisted her, but she carried out this risky experimental surgery and lied to Bill about it. Earlier this week on Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer was frantic to find a solution to save Liam Spencer. But then Grace Buckingham and Bill's $1 million came into play. Grace's covert operation appears to be more than meets the eye. Furthermore, she appeared frantic to obtain the $1 million for the other doctor. However, in this bizarre turn of events, it looks to be her fee. In Bold and the Beautiful, Grace receives a significant payoff from Bill, putting Liam at risk. Additionally, Bill Spencer suffers. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer feels a lot of remorse since individuals close to him blame him for Luna Nozawa shooting Liam Spencer. Liam's rehabilitation from the gunshot wound is doing well. But now Liam has a different medical ailment, one that has already been identified as lethal. Hope Logan tells Bill about Liam Spencer's fatal tumor diagnosis, while lambasting the publishing mogul. Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester accuse Bill of being a bad father, making him nervous. Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer. Ridge Forrester also speaks out about Bill's selfish behavior, which left Liam struggling for his life after Luna shot him. But one person, Grace Buckingham, calmly takes it all in. BNB. Grace Buckingham had Liam Spencer in her sights. Grace Buckingham has maintained a very close check on Liam since he arrived at the hospital. Finn even remarked that she appears to be particularly interested in Liam's situation. But why? Once Liam Spencer awakens from his coma, Grace gently informs Bill that there may be a chance to save his son. Next, in the Bold and Beautiful preview, we see Grace glancing at her cell phone screen, which displays the figure of $1 million. Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer. This week on Bold and the Beautiful, Grace informs Bill that this highly experimental technique cannot be performed or even discussed in the hospital. But she informs Liam and Bill that she is completely confident that her colleague will pull it off and give Liam a second chance at life. But it will cost around $1 million, which Bill sneezes at. He doesn't care about money. He only wants to help Liam. But fans are startled when the operation begins and Grace takes the knife and cuts Liam's skull. Bill and Grace whisked Liam away on the Bold and the Beautiful. This week on Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer takes Liam Spencer out of the hospital in a desperate attempt to save his life. Grace signed him out as his attending physician. The treatment takes place at a surgical center that they paid for, as performing this experimental procedure in a hospital is banned. Both Bill and Grace obtained Liam's approval to perform this operation, so he's on board with this. However, Bill and Grace keep it a secret from the other medical experts in the hospital, as well as Liam's family and friends. As word spreads that he is no longer alive, red flags appear. Bold and Beautiful Weekly Spoilers July 14th to 18th. Bill snatches Liam from hospital soap dirt. However, something appears awry with Grace on Bold and the Beautiful. It shows her looking at a $1 million text message on her phone. Then, after discovering who really performed the procedure, you have to assume that is her fee. Grace married Dr. Reese Buckingham years ago. He was the doctor who abducted Hope and Liam's baby. She was not married to him when he did this crime for money. But some people worry if she shares some of his characteristics. You can't help but wonder whether something rubbed off from being married to this dishonest criminal. The Bold and the Beautiful. What did Grace Buckingham do to Liam Spencer? But the underlying question in this Bold and Beautiful plotline is, what did Grace accomplish in the operation room? She stated that Liam now has a chance since the tumor was removed. And this is simple enough to validate with another MRI of the brain to compare before and after. Or did she stage this operation by sewing up a superficial scalp slit made with her scalpel? If that's the case, and she manufactured it for a fast $1 million, Grace Buckingham will most certainly flee Los Angeles with the money. Alternatively, Bold and the Beautiful can take a different approach here. Grace may have believed she possessed the necessary expertise to do this surgery, but she was not legally permitted to. So she saw an opportunity with Liam to test her theory. If she performed the surgery because she believed she could, and it was successful, she could never claim credit for it. Instead, a random doctor becomes the hero. The doctor who pretended he didn't know how to do the procedure will be remembered for this miraculous cure. Liam paused before leaving the hospital. Dollar Bill was not going to let his son's nerves prevent him from being cured. He, together with Grace, assured him that everything would be fine. Liam was eventually transported to a different hospital room, where Grace and her colleagues scrubbed ready to begin work. But first, Grace needed time with Dollar Bill. They needed the payment before things could forward. Bill told her that the money will be in her account very soon. He then walked out, leaving his son with the surgeons. He was quickly sedated, and the physicians began their work. We need to talk about Luna. At the same time, Bridget communicated with Finn. They discussed Liam's bravery, and how much the drama had screwed up Steffi's feeling of security. Despite Luna, Liam made it. Poppy stepped in and asked to speak with the father of her child. Bridget left to check on her former brother-in-law. Poppy became emotional as she discussed her regrets about raising Luna, particularly not informing her and Finn that they were father and daughter. Poppy then went on a diatribe about how nasty Luna was, and while Finn acknowledged she was a mess, he made it obvious that Poppy was the reason why. Miracle in a hospital room. Bridget was astonished to find Liam's room empty, and even more surprised to learn that Grace had released him into Dollar Bill's care. Bridget hurried to inform Finn and tell him everything. He was equally as surprised to learn Liam had gone home with his father. Bill walked the hallway inside the clinic, praying that his son would survive the operation and begged God not to take Liam away from him. Fortunately, Bill's prayers were answered. Liam recovered from the procedure, and Bill was brought to his side, where he was told they had done the ultimate miracle. The tumor had been completely removed, and he would soon be able to resume his normal life. A very long and fulfilling life. Luna Nozawa has kept a big secret from her loved ones, and the truth is about to come out. Recent episodes have hinted at a huge secret, possibly related to her history, a hidden pregnancy, or even a betrayal by RJ or Zend. Luna will try to maintain her composure as the walls close in, but the truth will eventually come out. Will it be Poppy, who has grown dubious of her daughter's actions? Or will RJ stumble onto something he wasn't supposed to see? The consequences could be disastrous, particularly if the secret involves another man or a betrayal that threatens her relationship. If Zend is involved, expect explosions since RJ will not tolerate disloyalty. And if it's something darker, like a secret sickness or a terrible nemesis from her past, Luna's life may be jeopardized. Ridge rushes to Brooke's rescue. Brooke Logan has endured numerous fights, but the coming weeks will test her to the limit. Whether it's a professional issue at Forrester Creations, a personal attack from Sheila, or a devastating betrayal from someone she trusts, Brooke will be desperate for help. Enter Ridge Forrester, her toughest defender. Despite their difficult relationship, Ridge will not hesitate to intervene when Brooke is in jeopardy. Spoilers point to a dramatic encounter in which Ridge risks everything, possibly even facing Sheila or another enemy, to keep Brooke safe. Could this be the moment they reignite their romance? Or will Brooke's persistence drive Ridge away once more? In either case, their chemistry will be evident, leaving fans wondering if Bridge is actually over or only on hiatus. Taylor's world collapses. Taylor Hayes has gone through hell and back, but her problems are far from done. The following 3 weeks will deliver a shattering blow to her relationship with Ridge, her children, or her profession. If Ridge really commits to Brooke, Taylor may spiral, feeling abandoned once more. Alternatively, Steffi or Thomas may confront a problem, leaving Taylor sad. Could Steffi and Finn's marriage be in jeopardy? Will Thomas make a decision that puts him at odds with his mother? Whatever occurs, Taylor's mental stability will be questioned, and she may revert to old habits, such as seeking retribution or resuming destructive patterns. Sheila's next move. Who will she target? Sheila Carter is constantly lurking in the shadows, and she will not remain quiet for long. With Deacon by her side, she is taking her time before hitting again. Brooke, Steffi, or even Hope might be her next target, especially if she sees an opportunity to manipulate Finn or Liam. If Sheila discovers that Luna is hiding something, she may use it for blackmail. Alternatively, if she feels threatened by Brooke and Ridge's reunion, she may launch a savage attack. One thing is certain. Sheila's presence indicates danger, and someone will pay the price before these 3 weeks are done. Other plot twists to keep an eye out for include the future of Hope and Thomas, and whether Douglas' custody struggle will separate them. Finn's loyalty tested. If Sheila makes another attempt to win his devotion, will Finn hold firm with Steffi or succumb to her manipulations? Poppy's secret connection. Is there more to Poppy's past than we realize? Could she be linked to an old enemy? Bill Spencer's return. If Bill reappears, will he go after Katie again or cause havoc elsewhere? Final thoughts. The next 3 weeks of The Bold and the Beautiful will be filled with betrayals, rescues, and sad losses. Luna's secret has the power to affect people's lives forever. Ridge's courageous act has the potential to redefine his future with Brooke, and Taylor's downward slide will break fans' hearts. No one is safe with Sheila on the prowl and additional surprises in store.